Little boy's unlikely move at a dog shelter leaves his parents completely baffled. The sad truth is that pit bulls are one of the most prevalent dog breeds at adoption centers. They're unfairly labeled as an aggressive, dangerous breed, making it difficult for them to find forever homes. Luckily, there are animal lovers who are determined to show the world just how special these dogs can be. And one of their biggest champions is a 4-year-old named Jackson Betchart. During a visit to a shelter, he made his love known in the most surprising way. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos. Jackson had spent his young life surrounded by animals. His family owned 4 rescue dogs and 2 adopted cats. And according to his mom, Elise, Jackson already understood how to love and respect his animals. She was amazed by his innate kindness, though she also saw where it came from. It stemmed from Elise herself. Animal advocacy is a huge part of my life, from adopting, volunteering, sponsoring, and education, and so it only made sense that Jax would become a slightly overzealous animal lover like me, Elise said. The Betcharts were a military family and regularly moved, but that didn't stop them from adopting animals. Long before Elise's story of animal rescues piqued her son's interest in helping out 4-legged friends. Jackson became dog-obsessed, and he even had a favorite breed. Over the past year, he's really become aware of what his favorite type of dog is, pit bulls, and about animal rescues, Elise said. Though they had 4 dogs in their home, the Betcharts didn't own a pit bull. The military bases they lived on had rules about the types of dog breeds allowed on their campus. Along with breeds like Rottweilers, pit bulls weren't permitted due to outdated ideas about their innate aggression. There's not any breed of dog that's inherently more dangerous, Marcy Setter of the Pit Bull Rescue Center said. That's simply not true. Like any other kind of dog breed, their behavior is based on how they're trained. For the most part, these muscular dogs are incredibly loyal and love to play. Besides all the animals in his own house, Jackson got to see plenty more on a regular basis. That's because Elise and her son liked to visit nearby animal shelters, or cute factories, as Jackson called them. Before these animals found their forever homes, the 4-year-old enjoyed showering them in love. He likes to visit with the dogs and cats and ask them how they're doing and to wish them good luck on finding their new family, Elise said. The animals in shelters were often stressed, so Jackson stopping by and giving them extra love was a great way to make them more comfortable. Soon, some curious ideas started bouncing around the young boy's head. He's very cognizant that people give up their animals for many reasons, and he makes it his mission to tell each dog and cat that he sees that he loves them, Elise said. By teaching her son so much about animal adoption, Elise was creating a future passionate animal rescuer. But she had no idea about the extent of his passion. The animal-loving pair were out on another mission to visit rescued pets when Elise took Jackson to a new shelter, the Charleston Animal Society, CAS. Jackson walked in and immediately started talking to the pets inside, showing them plenty of love. As Jackson did this thing, he noticed a pit bull. This mostly white dog with black spots was named Penelope. But Jackson thought Spot was a more appropriate name because, the spots. The little boy begged his mom to let him take the dog home. Since her husband was a Marine, Elise knew Penelope/Spot wouldn't be allowed to live with them. She had another suggestion of how they could help the pit bull, though, sponsoring her. The shelter offered a guardian angel program that allowed people to donate money to cover her adoption fee. That's a bigger hurdle than most people realize. The adoption fees include paying for their vaccines, spay or neuter surgery, microchip, heartworm treatment, and first month's heartworm and flea prevention. Though expensive, the costs go a long way. These steps make it even easier for the animal to get adopted, since potential families wouldn't get scared off by the financial burden. A lot of people didn't realize that sponsorship is an option, that you can actually tie that money to a face, Elise said. Jackson loved this idea. Once I told Jax we could do that, he said it was a good deal, Elise said. But his idea about where the money would come from took his mother by surprise. The 4-year-old wanted to sponsor Penelope/Spot himself, using allowance money that he'd saved up over the span of his young life. Elise was touched by her son's generosity, though she proposed a different way of giving the pit bull a brighter future. Jackson didn't need to worry about covering the fees himself. I told him that I'd be happy to loan him the money for Penelope/Spot, so we started walking out the dog room, and right before we left, Jack saw Tank, Elise said. But who was Tank? Another pit bull at the shelter, of course. Jackson sprinted to Tank's enclosure and started petting the gray dog. Mommy, he's big and chunky, just like me, he exclaimed. Jax begged me to adopt Tank so the two of them could play Incredible Hulk together, and he wanted me to know that Tank was his new best friend in the whole wide world. Elise reminded her son that they couldn't bring Tank home, but decided they could sponsor him too. Jackson proudly announced to the adoption staff about his plans to sponsor both pit bulls and posed for a picture with the dogs. One employee posted the young animal advocate on the CAS Facebook page. Their Facebook followers were inspired by Jackson's love for the dogs, and the picture went viral. Commenters were interested in becoming guardian angels, just like the 4-year-old and his mom. Along with the new crop of sponsors and other donations that poured in, Penelope and Tank got plenty of attention. The two adoptable dogs quickly found their forever homes. Besides the pit bulls, their interested followers adopted several other shelter animals the same day. All of this happened because an animal-loving mom took her son to an animal shelter to spread some love. That led to changes in the Betchart household, too. Elise was so proud of Jackson. Animals are a huge part of our lives, Elise said. Knowing that my son was the catalyst for this community coming together to give shelter dogs a voice makes me feel incredibly blessed. I feel like I've done my job, like I can retire as a mom. The Betcharts dream of opening their own dog rescue. In the meantime, we're sure Jackson will be having the time of his little life visiting the cute factories in their area. If you're feeling inspired, check into your local shelter sponsorship programs. If a 4-year-old can do it, so can you. After all, even a quick encounter with a dog in need can change both your and their life forever. Please share this with your friends and family.